So, of course, he goes out and he shoots a final round 65 to become the oldest player to finish inside the top 5 at Augusta. Of all the improbable saves in Phil Mickelson's career, Geoff, where does finishing second at the 2023 Masters rank?
I mean, yeah, there's an argument that, I mean, this is even crazier than when he won the PGA a couple of seasons ago. You can put it in a little bit of perspective here. It was a crazy event, you know, Phil grinding the cut, and then he basically had one really solid round on Sunday. It was better than a solid round. It was an incredibly solid round. So you got to give him a lot of credit for that. At the same time, I mean, like, again, I just feel like with Phil, there's been so much going on over the last 2 seasons. It's easy to forget that this is a player who won a major championship 2 years ago. Phil isn't Tiger. He doesn't have the same injury problems. His swing puts less torque on his body. You know, he just hasn't had those kind of layoffs or those massive injuries to deal with. So, you know, him going back, you know, obviously kind of going into seclusion, working on himself. I mean, I think you're seeing a little bit of a product of that. So Phil Mickelson is a very special player. I mean, if Tiger Woods didn't exist, there's a real chance that, like, Phil Mickelson is probably, you know, has maybe double the majors he has, maybe not double, but certainly more than he already does. And we're talking about players who fit with courses here. I mean, Phil Mickelson and Augusta are just, like, Phil loves this course so much. It sets up so well for lefties as well. I mean, it's a complete opposite of Rory McIlroy, where Rory comes here, it's a struggle to figure it out. He puts pressure on himself. Phil comes here, he's already got a couple green jackets, and he just has fun. And it's his funnest week of the year. So as long as Phil Mickelson is healthy and mentally stable, he's probably always going to be some kind of factor at Augusta, you know, even into his late 50s, as crazy as that sounds.
Collin, Phil can still thrill here, man. How impressive was it over the weekend?
That was truly incredible. To shoot 65 on Sunday at over 50 years old at Augusta, just incredible. And like Geoff said, he sets up well, but he does because he's able to shape shots. You know, so many of these holes are draw holes for right-handers, but as a lefty, he can hit that fade, that high cut that just opens up so much of the course for him. This is like a perfect track for him. And obviously his short game is, you know, maybe the best that's ever been. So when he gets in trouble around those holes, that he can get up and down probably better than anyone and make some putts. Truly incredible. Like, you know, look, I saw the high flyers, you know, logo that he was wearing from his live team, but are we sure that he shouldn't be sponsored by Ozempic? Like, come on, man. My man has cut his body down. Like, that is not the same Phil that we saw, you know, when he made that little, you know, 6-inch jump when he won the Masters, whatever first year it was, and probably shook the clubhouse. He has lost a lot of weight. He is clearly in better physical condition. You can see by the length of his swing, it's really there. And, I saw it this week. I was very interested to see the reaction of the crowd, the patrons, to what they would see to the live golfers and how they would react. They were received overwhelmingly positively, or at least politely, all around the course. I don't think that hurts. You know, if Phil was getting openly booed, he clearly cares what people think. I think that would be an issue, but he was in a safe space, as it were. And I think the crowd really got behind him, and he just sort of flashed back for him a little bit.
It's a good point. Might be a little different scenario for these guys when they come out to, like, the PGA and the US Open, where you don't have the Masters kind of being like, okay, you know, you want to heckle, you're out of here kind of thing. So Masters is its own space for sure. Safe space. I think that's a great way to put it.